Chisaki with the blue futon, and this one is out of the Amazon Prime world as part of the Blumhouse TV Productions that is on Amazon Prime, and this one is Nocturne. If I'm saying that correct, I don't know. I was like, it's the third or the fourth one. Let's just get it out of the way. What did I like about it, or did I not like it at all? Let's find out. All right, Nocturne, what's it about? Well, this one's about a artsy-fartsy school, high school. Yes, I'm calling it artsy-fartsy school because I get the feeling that if I went to one of these schools, I would be miserable about these people being pretentious and they think they're the shit and they just think they're higher than everyone taking drugs. Oh, I'm so artsy, I'm going to take these drugs and I'm going to do a sculpture and I'm going to play an instrument and I'm going to dance. I just like, ugh. Anyway, that personal opinion is out. Woman, lady, plays violin, jumps off the ledge. You're like, oh, that's kind of weird. But out of nowhere, we have these twin sisters. They're both pianists. One of them's really good. Actually, they're both really, really good. But one of them has more of the personality of, being an artist. And the one's the shy one. But the shy one finds a notebook of the dead violinist. And she's going through these weird stages now of, ooh, is she going to be the one and only best pianist out there? And that's the story, basically. So this story is literally a mix of like French cinema, kind of like Raw, and the other one, the dancing one, the dancing ballet one, where, it came out in 2019. Oh man, it was a dancing French one as well, where they're taking drugs and they all start dying at some levels, as well as Midsommar. So it's kind of a mix of those three, and it doesn't work at all. I hated this movie with a fucking passion. And like I said, I saw some Rotten Tomatoes and people and the critics are saying this was the best one of the bunch. No. I hate movies like this with no likable characters. This shy woman is the sister is a bitch. She's the biggest bitch. You have like no sympathy for her at all. You're like, fuck it, die. I don't care. I think the world would be better without you in it because you are so much negative energy of this book. And I don't even think it's the book. I just think it's her mentality of what she's willing to do to fuck with her sister. And it's just mean, like sex with her boyfriend. Even though the sister does do some weird stuff with the sister, so you're like, oh, or with a teacher. So you're saying, okay, I understand that aspect of like cheating and everything, but the whole story and people involved are all unlikable characters. The parents, unlikable. The teachers, unlikable. The students, unlikable. The atmosphere, unlikable. You just don't like anything in this movie because it tries to be so artsy-fartsy with the atmosphere of the school as well as the screenplay and the storytelling and how we're going to tell the story being like, oh, the book is coming up and oh, the pills, oh, and then the sun, oh. It's like, no, it doesn't work for me at all. Like these type of movies. At least with Midsommar, you had the atmospheric wonderland of going to a different country. But with Midsommar, you actually had a woman who went through a horrible thing in her past. Horrible, and she's trying to go to a different country to be with her friends to just try to get away of what was happening to her. Even though she was kind of clinging to her boyfriend, but her friends aren't that good as well. But you kind of understand what she's going through. And with Midsommar, it started strong. I loved the movie until you got to this scene where the village people were like, crying with her. And I didn't like that aspect of it at all. But with this one, her past the shy one, she did it to herself of like freezing on stage and just turning shy. So you have no sympathy for her of what she's doing to her sister's boyfriend, the teachers. Like there's one thing what she does with a conductor wand. I'm going to call it a wand. It's probably not a call a wand. But it's like, no, I don't. I want you to die. Which the ending is so fucking hysterical of what happens. It might be a small spoiler, but if something happens to someone and is in the open and everyone's just walking by like, oh my god, on my phone, but you don't see that in the fucking front of you with blood everywhere, what the fuck? So stupid. Holy shit. What can I find positive about this movie? Julie Benz is in it. They try to add some good dialogue with her, with trying to understand of like, with everything going on, is this classical music still going to be popular? Which you're thinking, man, that's a good question. With everything happening in today's day and age of taking out a fucking board and being like, pew, 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 pew. So you think about that, like, that's good questions, good aspects to that, but it just goes downhill with character choices, liking none of these characters, and just horrible. They just wanted to make this such a pompous movie. Like, at least Midsommar, he's had movies before, like Hereditary and other stuff, to like, you know what? That's what he usually goes for. But this one, they copied that. They copied French cinema, and they copied that ballet one, and they wanted to make it into this artsy fartsy world. And maybe because I think the artsy fartsy world of like people just taking themselves way too seriously. And there's people in Hollywood like that. Daniel Day-Lewis, Jared Leto, they just take themselves way too seriously. You got to calm down. You're making a million. And that was Comcast basically saying, hey, why are you canceling with us? Well, maybe because I'm moving states. They're like, oh, okay, bye. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. We'll just get to the final aspect of this movie. As you can tell, I hated it. I thought it was stupid. It was bad. It was bad. I did not like any of it. Like I said, yeah, it was like the Jared Leto takes himself way too seriously. He's like, guys, you're getting paid $1 million to play fake. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. And I feel like that's the same as this movie. Calm the fuck down. Stop being pretentious. Fuck off. So, Nocturne will receive a 0.5 out of 5 with Futon, who goes at 10%. So, see the Critics' News scores gave this one. Okay, I'm digging the audience score. Critics, a 62% with 52 of them. And the audience, a 30%. So, yeah, they don't like it either with 74 of them. Here's critic consensus. Nocturne's thought-provoking themes. Thought-provoking. Fuck off. Finds themselves at odds with this genre ingredients, resulting in a mild blend that isn't quite pulpy enough. Fuck off. Shitty movie. Just die. 30, 10, 62. Chase out the Blue Futon. Comment, subscribe. Let me know if you Futon. Hope you Futon. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. You know what? That's my mic and my Eminem. It's Godzilla. Just cut it.